Take number 64.
69.
That's about how many tries it feels like we've had to get this going.
And we're recording at 1 in the afternoon because we couldn't record last night.
For technical reasons.
For technical reasons that we're still having today. I don't know what the fuck's happening. But we're back, sipping on coffee, whatever he's sipping on over there.
Coke Zero. This is my fuel.
Responsible.
I already had my iced coffee this morning.
Responsible adults.
Got to be at 1:30 in the afternoon.
On a weekday.
I had high noons, but,
Yeah.
Couldn't record.
I was sipping the old Bush Light, the old corn can.
I'm switching to the High Life the unemployment beers.
With these fucking gas prices, I think I'm going High Life.
These gas prices, I have to make my own out of like fermented urine or something. I don't know.
Switch to diesel or biodiesel or whatever it is.
Yeah, in this economy.
Have you seen those engines? Those like old like engines from like the 90s or whatever. The diesel engines where they just pour that run off fucking anything.
Yeah, like they'll go to. You can go to. I saw videos like it's been a while where they go to like fast food restaurants and ask for the used like vegetable oil and they put it in their vehicle and it runs off of that.
They'll do that, or they'll do like fucking crude oil. They just dump it in there and it fucking runs right through it. Like, hey, what are you doing with that oil you just pulled out of your car? Let me get that. Let me dump it in my tank.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It'd be a lot. And now we're at the point of something completely fucking opposite. I literally just got an email from ERCOT saying conserve energy. I'm like, you motherfuckers pushing electric cars, but you're telling people to conserve energy.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I guess if you have an electric car, you could be like, hey boss, I got to work from home today. ERCOT says I got to conserve energy.
I got to conserve energy. I feel like
you can't. It blows my fucking. Don't get me on a rant about government.
Well, I heard they did that shit in Mexico City where it's like they split them up like the days people can drive because the smog was so bad. So they would, if you're like plate,
it's every other country that has a problem with fucking smog, not us. But yet here we are.
Yeah, it's like they split them up. So if your plates were like odd, you can drive on certain days, and if your plate ended with an even number, you can drive on certain days.
I just have multiple plates.
I was a kid when I read that though, so I don't know. I feel like I'd make the Mexicans. The Mexicans have two plates.
One odd number, one even number.
Hey baby, what's today? I need to change the plates.
Not that it's kind of related, but not related. But way back in the day when I worked for a crane company, and we would go up to Comanche Peak south of Dallas. And when they did like their shutdown of the nuclear reactors to do maintenance and stuff, we had to do crane like maintenance. The town was so small that certain restaurants were open only on certain days and the other ones were open on the other days, like to make sure everybody got equal business and stuff. I was like, what? I was like, I've never heard of this in my life. It was like just super small town. The town only survives because the nuclear plant, but yeah, we're not open on these days, and like that company or that restaurant's open on these days. I was like, I mean, if it works, it works. But I was like, what the fuck?
That's pretty good though. I mean, so you get all that business for those days, and then the rest of the days you have off.
Yep.
That's
exactly.
I mean, you make your money and then fucking go chill.
Yeah. You're not gonna.
God, that'd be great if everything worked like that, right?
Yeah, it would be nice. Hey, Paladin. You get X amount of MLR teams, and Refined Ruggers gets the other X amount of teams.
You guys take the teams up north, and we'll have the south.
Yeah,
I'll take the southern teams.
I'll take the south. You take the north.
Oh, I mean, hey, there's an opportunity with the Miami Sharks, brand new team. Just pitch it out there.
Well, unfortunately, I think Paladin is Milady.
Milady.
I don't think. I guess it's. I don't know if teams had the option or if MLR did a umbrella agreement with Paladin.
Kind of like Is there a company or a brand like that in the NFL or NBA where they can only wear certain brands?
I think,
Or it
no, I
used
don't
to
know
be like
about
that.
brands. Well, I know college isn't, because like A&M is Adidas, right? Notre Dame is, or Michigan's Jumpman. Obviously,
Oregon
Oregon's
is
Nike.
Nike. Yeah.
Maryland's Under Armour, because the dude from Maryland. So at least in college, it's up to the
School.
organization.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know in MLR. I'd like to find out, but everybody looks like wears Paladin, so maybe it's easy to just go with them.
I think it's because
I mean,
they
I
already
know
have the
USA
pricing set out.
Yeah, it's like, here it is. I know USA Rugby has that castor or whatever that. I think it's India. No, it's somewhere near Russia, maybe. I don't know. I forget where the brand's from, but
Mm-hmm.
oh, excuse me. I know they had some issues with them.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
But
Fuck if I know.
I don't know. So yeah, we've had a month off. I'll just do a quick recap because we've here in Texas we play some summer sevens. Oh fuck yes, and the Famigos have been playing. Last time I think we talked, we had Bloodfest, so we already covered that.
Yeah,
we did have Cherry Bone, which was a tournament that I didn't get to attend because I had to work. But
I had baby shower. Yep, didn't go to that one.
But the Famigos did come away with some hardware. We got a plaque.
Oh, yeah, they did win something. Yeah.
I think a console. I don't know what it was.
Score on the Shore this weekend in Galveston. Saturday, Pareto Beach, 10 a.m. Beach rugby rules, so it's 5-on-5.
Yep. After Cherry Bone, we did have talking about beach rugby. We had probably the biggest beach rugby tournament down in Corpus Christi, Sevens by the Sea, which was always a huge turnout. It's always a great time seeing people. Shout out to all the players who poured on with us and keeping it true to the Famigo. I don't even know the Famigo, what we were based around is just a giant whore team. So shout out to those guys. We had players from all over, man. We had a dude from Mexico play on our team. He came up. Nice. He was playing with McAllen, and then
he just swim up from the shore. He's like, "What are you guys doing?" Sorry, that was. He just came up here from Brownsville.
Nah, I think he's from like central Mexico or some shit. He said he's played. Nice. He's played with some guys from that were on the team, the national team.
Oh, damn,
yeah,
that's awesome.
He was pretty cool, man. Shout out to some of the McAllen boys that jumped on with us. Same with the Islanders, Corpus Christi A&M college team out there.
Oh, yeah. You say Islanders, I'm thinking of Polynesian people.
Yeah. No, that's the name of their team there. They are the Islanders. Yeah. Shout out to those guys for jumping on, helping us out. We had some dudes from other teams. I'm sorry, guys, if you're listening. I know I told you guys to listen to the podcast, and finally got around to putting it.
We went on
I'm not gonna lie. I'm bad with names. I'm terrible with names. I was drinking all day, but there was a guy from, I want to say, University of North Texas, UNT. He came out.
Was it Mean Green?
He jumped in with us. Is that in Abilene? I don't know. I feel like there was a dude from Abilene.
Christian.
Okay. I know somebody from Abilene came out and played
North
with
Texas
us.
Is in, I think, Fort Worth area.
Mm-hmm. Like Dallas area, right? Fort Worth, Dallas. Yeah, so that's one of those guys. Who won it? I don't remember who won at Sevens by the Sea, but
probably some team from Austin.
Yeah. Once again, I think we were like one of the only teams that was drinking. Everybody else is pretty sober.
That blows my mind because it was the same way at Bloodfest, right? When we were there. Like nobody was really like, especially even in the social division.
And the super social, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know if people just aren't drinking because the economy, or it's the economy. Just this generation is more prude. And it's not, I have nothing against not drinking. Like, I haven't last night.
It can't be our generation. Like the millennials, we'd live out of bars. Like the bar scene became widely popular because of our generation.
I mean, I understand like the D1 whatever bracket side, but super social to not. Yeah, I don't know. It's wild.
No,
quite shocking.
No. Yeah, shout out to Galveston for bringing back their Shore on the Shore, which you said earlier. Bringing them back this Saturday. There are going to be a couple teams. If you feel like playing, man, come out. We'll get you some time in running.
Yeah, there's going to be some old Galveston. I don't say old; they're not old, but people that I used to play with at Galveston that are going to be there visiting, maybe playing. My boy Ben, who lives in Florida. I think we talked about him before. He moved there. Navy vet dude.
Okay.
Used to be a big.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's going to be there in town. Friend of the podcast, Refined Rugger Ambassador Paul Mullen might make a visit. So it'd be good to see him. But yeah, there's going to be some old faces going to be there. Good to reconnect, play some rugby.
Famigos, yeah. No, Famigos are debuting the women's side. The Famigos,
yes, that's right.
We're seeing how that's going to go. Yeah, I had one of my former players reach out to me. She asked if we were ever going to do a female side. I told her, I was like, hey, if you get the people together for it,
yeah,
let's back it. I'll do it.
She the one from Kingwood?
So yeah.
Okay.
Gabby. Yeah, she put it together. Nice. She paid. Yeah, she got everybody to pitch in money. They paid for the tournament fees.
Sweet.
So yeah. So if this is like something that they want to do some more, and if there's other people that are interested, other women that are interested in playing for the Famiga team, this is something we can incorporate for next year.
Sorry, a deer is right next to my bedroom window. I just don't usually see them during the daytime.
Yeah.
We put corn out we've had some bucks come by at night. Literally just, mama deer just literally walked up right by the window, scared the shit out of me.
One little midday snack.
Yeah, they never see them during the day by the house. Like I see them in the neighborhood, but yeah. The benefits of.
Well, that's just in general. Like I don't think deer run around during the day.
Like the ones in the neighborhood seem to be out sometimes in the day, but like in a general area, not close to the houses. You see them. No, this one she just straight up right next to because I have a fence right next to the window, and I don't see anything until it comes right past the fence. Yeah. I was like, oh, what the fuck? All right. No, sorry for interrupting. That just threw me for a loop. The joys of during the day. So there's sunlight outside. I can see what's going on.
The joys, right?
I'm lagging. I don't know if it's on your side too, but
it's a different vibe, for sure.
It is a different vibe.
Yeah, it'd be all right. Yeah, so that's just the recap for Summer Sevens. What we got going on?
MLR Draft happened. That was big news.
Boring as hell.
Boring, yeah.
Congratulations to everybody who got drafted, but the production of
I
it all.
will say that if you are playing high school rugby and you listen to this, your parents need to do a better job of monitoring what you listen to. But besides that, if you want to get drafted in the MLR, you either need to go to Life or Lindenwood, apparently. A lot of guys drafted
no kidding.
From there. Although the number one was St. Bonaventure. I think that's in Florida, but Miami Sharks drafted him. But I was just looking at these names, and so number 12 overall to San Diego was out of Lindenwood, a wing. Make wingers great again. Tyron, and his last name is Al-Jabouri. Doesn't the Sabercats have an Al-Jabouri? I wonder if that's. Yeah. And then there's another one. I don't see it on the top 20, but Utah drafted a guy whose last name was Kruse and looked just like Mika Kruse, the winger for Utah. And I was like, I bet that's his brother, probably. So I've seen a couple names on here. I was like, those last names look very familiar. So I think it's obviously siblings.
You think we're going to start seeing some like family legacies and shit like that? Like you see overseas.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, Al Jabari's one. Crusay, I saw him. Which there, there's another Crusay. What's the chances, right? Unless it's just a popular like Polynesian name or something.
Right.
Al Jabari's not very common. So yeah, it looks like these guys like younger, siblings or whatever, coming through and getting picked up, which is kind of cool. You don't see it a lot in other major league sports. Oh, here he was, drafted number 33, Isaiah Crusay, Fresno State wing. I bet that has to be a relative to Mika. But yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's great too, because like the brother is already in MLR, right?
And he's on.
So that means the younger brother probably started rugby at a younger age, which means he's going to have that more experience coming into it, which just means the skill levels are going to go up.
Yeah.
At MLR.
Clayton Means,
and hopefully feeds into the USA teams.
I mean, for sure. I'm trying to see Clayton Means. There's a Connor Means in rugby too. So yeah, it looks like some siblings, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Shout out. We got a Houston local that got drafted. Oren Bizer. Am I saying that right? Bizer? I don't know. But he is he went through the Woodlands program, the youth program.
Nice.
Got it. He went to Life University. And then drafted. And he's coming home to the Sabercats, dude. So that's gonna be awesome, man.
Oren Bizer. Cool name.
Oren Bizer, man. Hometown hero now. Now it's gonna be great watching. Seeing if he, I hope he does start. Yeah, I hope he gets some playing time.
I think Benghazi, Bengala. Sam Gala. Bengala.
Sam Gala. I was like Benghazi. I was like, what are you going?
Conflict in 20 years, and I'm
don't say that. Hillary's.
We just got nuked from YouTube for mentioning that word. Hillary Swank. Hillary Swank. Hillary Swank. We're talking about $1 Million Baby, not the other Hillary. I have nothing on her. I am not suicidal.
Yo, I watched that for the first time last year. $1 Million Baby.
Never seen it.
Holy shit.
$1 Million Baby, sad. I think of Elon Musk's kid, but that'd be $1 Billion Baby.
$1 billion. Yeah.
Billion with a B.
Does he have kids or does he have robots?
Kid. Well, it could be a skin robot, but it's the one he named like XYZ division symbol, whatever.
Oh, he's taking the Kanye approach.
Used real names. He used like symbols and like, and he's like, everybody said, what does that mean? He's like, oh, it just means like blah. I'm like, why didn't you just say that? Fucking weirdo.
It means John.
Can't you just do anything.
What?
Can't you do anything normal? Dumbass.
Fucking changing Twitter to X.
Gonna give it to you.
I feel like I'm opening. Feels like a porn app now.
Why am I okay? That makes sense. I was looking at the draft picks, and number 5 was Matt Antisuv, but it has the logos for each team. It just says MLR. I'm assuming that was ATL. Because obviously the logo and all that.
Talking about that, fucking MLR bullshit. They took away.
Hey, Atlanta.
There's a segue. They took away Atlanta's team, man.
Team? What if it wasn't there anymore? Yoink. Back to LA you
dude, go. Why would they do that? They had a good fan base, man. They had
the money.
I feel like they had good turnouts. They had they didn't have a strong team, but they had like a medium to decent team.
I mean, they were 1 or 2 players away from being in contention. But yanked.
Especially with that feeder team, dude. Optimus Prime, like they had the setup there to be great. And then they pulled the plug.
They just redid their whole logo and all that shit the year before. It's like you already somewhat pissed people off when you did that because what you changed it to was just god awful. And then you're like, well, let's piss them off even more. Nah, you don't matter. Yeah, we're gonna sell the team to somebody in LA. I don't know if they announced who bought it. I mean, it's LA.
To the
Everybody
opposite
in the comment
coast.
section was, if they name it another drink that starts with Gil, I swear to God, I will never watch rugby again. I was like, I'm with you.
They sold it to a guy named Smilcrest.
Yeah, I guess the only good thing is we'll see is that you're not going to have the Glizzies in Atlanta wearing the same colors and everything damn near similar. Hopefully. I hope LA goes back to the
I'm going to miss that, though.
Bright colors, even though Miami took over. It looks like the bright colors, but...
I think it'd be cool if they did... Well, no. Are the arrows blue and gold, or are they blue and white?
Blue and white. But I think they...
So I think it'd be cool if they did...
Arrows were going to go away. I thought Toronto was going to go away.
Oh, that's right. They were talking about going to the National Rugby League or something like that, where they play like Argentina,
kind of like with the Raptors or the USA's, the Hawks, that team that just started like last year, the development team. Yeah,
is it the Hawks? Yeah, it is. Yeah,
they talked about it. I don't know if they're gonna. That was a rumor. Shit, I may have not supposed to say that. I don't know, but that was. What I heard.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to see the LA team do something gold based, just to, reflect on the city. You got the LA Rams, they got the gold and blue. The LA Lakers, gold and purple. I mean, those are the only two teams really. The Kings? Those guys are silver and black. Yeah. Raiders are silver and black. Well, the Raiders aren't there anymore, but
the only one that's not the Dodgers are blue and white.
That'd be a good throwback. Yeah,
but I think they were Brooklyn Dodgers, so they came from Brooklyn. I think kept the color scheme from Brooklyn, so it wasn't like I don't know if that plays into it.
Yeah. The Clippers are what, blue and red?
Yeah, red, white, and blue. I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be a good throwback or a good nod if the LA team's colors was silver and black.
They go back to
throwback to the LA Raiders, the '80s Raiders.
Or you're in California. Do the colors of the LGBTQIPZ flag. And then you just include everybody.
They can only do that in June.
TRU.
Oh, July
TRU
now,
does
too.
It every month now with their logo. So, they're trailblazers, man. Good for them. I got nothing against the alphabet.
Good for them.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what...
I just feel like the rainbow, I like rainbows, they're cool, but
why'd you have to take it, man?
A rainbow logo? I don't know, man. I understand it.
I don't.
I get it. Because the colors, it's every color, it's everything,
color.
We're all encompassing.
Rainbow's not every color. I mean, it's like you got your primary and secondary,
it is.
But what about the tertiary?
Okay, on paper, yeah, but in real life, it holds every color.
You know what? I'm going to Google the origin of why the rainbow is the symbol for that. I'm curious. I'm not that curious, if you get my drift, but
Are you bi-curious about it?
Nope, not even try curious. Straight curious.
Hitting on buys and scoring tries.
Straight as the path I run in rugby.
Oh hell yeah!
Hell yeah.
I don't really think there's anything else that's popping in the MLR right now.
No.
And that caught my eyes. Not really.
No, not that I'm aware of. Obviously,
and that's it.
Eagles had their summer series 3 weeks in a row. Won the first one. On that? Yeah, it wasn't great, but so they won the first one. Hold on, give me 2 seconds to pull up the score. So they played back to back to back. Which I'm going to say this: that as a professional rugby player, which I'm obviously I'm not. I'm saying these guys as professional rugby players. If the Rugby Explorer page would actually fucking load. So August 5th, that first weekend they played Romania. They beat Romania 31-17. Romania was not that great, let's say. And then so they had to leave Romania, fly to Portugal, get acclimated to Portugal. I say acclimated. You're just in a whole new country. It's not like the U.S. where you just fly to different. It's like you fly to Portugal, you play there, you get beat 46-20, and then you right after that you fly to Georgia, the country, not the state, and then you lose there 22-7. But flying 3 different countries in 3 different weeks, like that's got to take a toll. That's got to be rough, man. Because you're going to the home places.
Rough,
and it's like
that is rough.
Obviously, as a fan, I get frustrated. I'm like, damn it, I wish we would have won. Like, but at the same time, you got a new head coach. He's trying out new players, young players, to build it for the next, 4 years from now, the next, World Cup. But to travel that much in 3 weeks and to just be okay. I mean, it wasn't blowouts, but everybody on online's like, oh, it's embarrassing, blah blah blah. I'm like, this is rebuilding. This is where you start with rebuilding. We didn't make the World Cup. They bring in a new head coach. They bring in some young guns from the MLR and other places. We're trying to see what we have. Of course, we're not going to go in there and blow the doors off these teams. Also, they're traveling back to back to back. It's not like a World Cup where you go weeks in advance, you get acclimated to the area, and you're there, or you're like an MLR or something. This is you're traveling. That's a lot of moving around, hotels, blah blah blah. But I mean, again, for those 3, not bad. It's not what I would have liked to see. They got one more left in the U.S. in September. They're playing at Utah Stadium against France.
Oh, that'll be good.
I forget the name of the team.
Oh, it starts with like a T, right? It's like Sulam Alade or something like that.
It's a French
Adelaide.
name. I can't. I'm trying to pull it up.
It's it's omelette du fromage.
What is that? Hold on.
Did you ever watch Dexter's Lab as a kid?
I think that was like
remember
right
that cartoon?
after, because I'm 40. I don't think that was around. I think that was right after.
You would have been like a teenager.
I'm trying to see who the last match is against. Oh, fuck me running.
Omelette du fromage.
Hold on. All right, it's against a French.
I gotta tell you, I was like excited for that. I was excited for that Portugal rematch. I was like, here it is. I was like, it's a revenge match, and then, that was rough. That was rough to watch.
Looking at this, I speak about the young roster. So the Eagles against Georgia, at this point, this was their 3rd game, right? So some of these caps would have been like their first in the summer series. You've got, and I'm just going to read it, out of 23 players that went, right? I'm going to go under like 10 caps for the Eagles. Now, some of these might have 2 caps and they've been playing forever. I'm just saying with the Eagles, how they're trying to like look for new. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 of them, over half, have less than 10 caps with the Eagles. So it just shows they're trying to bring in younger guys, trying to revamp it.
Bring in a newer squad. Reset that foundation.
Let's see what else we can do. They're trying something different,
And it all revolves around our boy, Sammy G.
He looked great. He looked good. Sammy G. The announcers had a lot of good things to say about him. He looked good. Martino looked good, but he's been playing forever. He had 2 caps. Who else was there? There was another guy. Oh, fuck, I don't remember his name. Paddy Ryan was a new guy. He's over from England. But I think he's an Irish guy, kind of like Paul's situation. But it was. I mean, like I said, they didn't win, but they're trying to rebuild and put something together. At least they didn't go, "Oh, we didn't make the World Cup. Let's don't change anything." So,
like they're putting new stuff in.
Even the guinea pigs have an opinion, but
what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, they're at least trying something. So,
what do you guys?
I give them credit for that.
Yeah.
Good enough for government work.
Good enough for me. At least I'm seeing there's an effort. So I'm excited to see how this all pans out over the next couple of years with these teams.
Yeah, something's got to change.
Especially excited to see how, because they started doing the MLR drafts 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Right. So it's gonna be exciting to see how, now that they're doing these drafts, to see how that is gonna affect. Because after 1 or 2 years, you're not gonna really see much of a change. But once you get more into it, which over these next couple of years, right, we'll start being in 4 or 5 years into these drafts, what kind of quality players we're going to start seeing, and also how they can start looking at these players, right? Because you can have the U.S. scouts, right, checking out these guys when they're in college and going, this guy's a good candidate. This guy's a good candidate. This guy's a good candidate. Let's see how he does at the MLR level.
Side note, but it's not a side note. I was looking at the draft names, and I don't know if this plays into a military commitment, but Navy won the championship, right? And not a Navy person was drafted, or Army. And that's, I don't know if they're supposed to go to the military, because I know they just started something a couple years ago where in the NFL, a lot of the military academies couldn't go to the NFL.
So they offer
there, but now you can. There, if you get an offer, I think now the military academies are saying, yeah, you can forego and go in the NFL. But I don't know how that applies to rugby, because I'm like, dude, how does Navy win? Army has a solid team too. They won, I think, the year before something, and not one of the military academies was drafted.
I think what they're looking at is, what the player's probably looking at. I mean, it's how much money you're going to make.
Maybe so.
NFL, a guy goes, hey, I'm going to get drafted for the NFL. And I just got, a $25 million contract for 4 years. I'm going to go do that. And then I'm going to defer my service for 4 years and then go in and do my 6-year commitment. Versus, I got drafted by the MLR and I'm going to get paid 50 G's or whatever, however much they get paid.
That's a good point.
I'm sure they give them the option, but then they're just like, well, I could play for the MLR. Or,
but I would think, though, you win a championship, these guys they're good, but it's like, at least some of them have got to be dedicated to rugby enough to, take the. I mean, I just think of me coming out of college. If you were to offer me something that was like my biggest passion, or whatever, I mean, I would certainly take. I mean, even right now, I'm looking for jobs. I would take a pay cut to go work for an MLR team, right, or USA Rugby, to do whatever, clothing line, photography, whatever, not media, but you know what I mean. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there's more to it than I understand why there's not a military academy person. But
I'm sure also because it's not such a big league that they're just kind of like,
yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
I mean, well, too, if you joined a military academy, probably more than likely you had the intention of going in the service, right? So if that's been like your dream or your family's, more than likely, like, I'm not going to. I don't know. Today's
but
military,
okay, so there's a professional soccer player. I don't know if he still plays.
Messi,
but he was a Marine officer, and he played on the. I don't remember what professional team he played on, but he also played on the national team, and I think he may have been a reservist, and that's probably why. But
yeah,
I wonder if that's like something they would provide, they do like a workaround, like, hey, I'm gonna take leave for these days so I can go play.
Well, I think of deal. Too, for the military, they would let someone go because it's good recruiting. You get it's not recruiting, but marketing. Like an untapped resource.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, well, I know this is after the fact. The only one I really know of off the top of my head was the guy that plays for Noah Gold. He was the corpsman, or He was a Navy.
Yeah.
Scout dude. He was a Navy dude, and like one of the heads of NOAA Gold was a Marine. But yeah, he was one of the only ones I know. But I mean, I think he did it after, obviously, he got out. But yeah,
I don't think they have they just haven't come to that point yet to where it's a conversation to be brought at the table.
I'm sure too. These guys go in the service
for the military.
If you go in the service out of Naval Academy and they're like, "Oh, you were on the championship team. Why don't you come play for the All Navy rugby team?" Now you're not even doing your MOS. You're just playing rugby for the government. So
that's what I'm sure there is an All Navy rugby team, just like there's those All Navy. They got the All Navy running team, sport, like cross country. Yeah,
it's like, oh, that's what you do. That must be nice.
Yeah,
I joined the All Marine Corps, always in the field team. That's what I got stuck with.
It's not a bad deal.
Yeah, it fucking sucked.
It's not bad until it started raining and you got to start hiking everywhere. It's not bad
until it's North Carolina and it's just always in the fucking field. Rain.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Not fun.
West Coast, baby.
Hollywood. Well, I was only in Hollywood for boot camp. I should have stayed there. The weather was amazing.
Yeah.
But if you stay out there, you're in.
The field ops were great.
29 stumps.
Camp Pendleton, amazing. 29 stumps.
Pendleton was nice.
Not amazing.
We were up there for the weapons training. If you go up there for MCT, combat training, whatever, it's like the weeks long after boot camp.
Yeah.
But during boot camp, went up there, you have teams week, and each like platoon gets assigned a job somewhere. Well, our platoon was broken down by squad. But we got sent up to Pendleton to do chow hall duty for a week up in Pendleton. So like, there's nothing worse than being a recruit that's already scared as hell, having to serve lunch to a shit ton of officers. I was like, this fucking sucks. But yeah, Pendleton was nice. That was my only experience with it. Wish I could have went there. If I wish I could have gone anywhere else, I probably
it was great.
Who knows? But my 4 years sucked.
There's so many off-roading trails you can take on the weekends.
Must be nice.
It's so great because they got all the fire fire breaks out there, and then they have all the LAV trails. So we would just take the Jeeps and just drive.
North Carolina wasn't bad. So closer to when I was getting out, like the last year, my buddy who I grew up with ended up going to the Citadel, the military academy down in Charleston. And that was my introduction to rugby. He played rugby and football for them. So I would spend some weekends going down there and watching them play rugby and hanging out in Charleston. Ended up dating his sister, but other reason I went down there. But and like Charleston was gorgeous. Like that was fun. As long as you got away from the base. As long as you got away from the base, it wasn't bad, you know. But you had the Outer Banks. I never went, but I heard they were nice. But
they got a TV show about that place.
I've seen that show, The Outer Banks. John B. It's a great TV show. Yeah,
John B. It's all about treasure hunting.
I loved it. It was a great series. I was like, it ended. I was like, I want season 3. Bring me season 3.
It's like it does get a little crazy though. Like you're like, oh, this is it, and then they bring out something else,
crazy.
And you're like,
and still last week when I started watching Euphoria, and realized that was just, let's see what all we can get away with because it's going to be on HBO. Have you seen Euphoria?
I'll have to start watching that one.
Drug use, nudity.
We just started.
I mean, it's based around these high school kids, and it's like, it's got the main characters is like who's the Zedediah, I think is her name, and then it has Sydney Sweeney, who was in White Lotus. But it's as R-rated as you can. Like the first episode was drug use, nudity, penises. I mean, it was just.
It's just like Game of Thrones,
push the envelope,
but present day.
Yeah, and I was like, I felt bad watching it half the time. I was like, but then like you get hooked on the storyline. I don't know, but it's definitely they push the limits on everything.
That's us watching. We just started watching Ballers on Netflix.
I've seen that. It's not bad.
And I've seen like a couple episodes, and I completely forgot there's like nudity in there. And so we're watching it, and then all of a sudden it's just like a fuck scene between one of the agents and his like girls, and I mean he's just like slamming her, and I was like, oh fuck. Yeah. And Ava's like sitting right there, and I was like, oh shit,
it's worse than that. So get ready for it. Yeah,
Ava just like turns her head, looks at me. She's just like wide-eyed, like, what was that? I was like, oh,
yeah,
fuck.
It's always weird watching stuff. I don't know why. To me, it's weird, like watching it with like my wife or something. She would not watch Euphoria. She does not like.
She just doesn't like titties and dicks.
She just doesn't like crude humor or like drug, like nothing. She's
gotcha. Yeah,
but Euphoria's fucking wild. It's just.
I'm about to check
all my shows that ended that was wanting to watch, and I was trying to find something out. That's what it was. Barry had ended. That's a great HBO show. We talked. I think I told you about that one, but it ended, and then like HBO, I was flipping through, and I was like Euphoria. I was like, I've heard a lot about it, and I was like, clicked on. I was like, oh boy, this is. Oh, hold up. So this show, everybody been recommending, and I was watching something on Hulu and ended. The Bear is so freaking good.
Oh, dude, The Bear fucks.
Oh, my God.
It's so good.
God. That is
Hell yes.
An amazing show. And I've always put it off because, like, I'm not a chef. I've never worked in a restaurant. Like, I don't know. And I was like, everybody said it was good. And I was like, let me just give it a shot. You don't have to know anything about restaurant, chef, business, anything. Holy crap, that show is amazing. That show is amazing.
It's so good.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just finished that, and I was like, I want season 3. I'm like Googling, when does season 3 come out? When does season 3 come out?
I'm ready for it, dude. They finally got that fucking restaurant going, I know, dude.
But
spoiler alert, but whatever.
The thing is, the whole time you're like, who's gonna fuck it up? Somebody's about to fuck it up, and like, I don't want to. Like, you almost don't want to.
They do tend to fuck everything up, don't they?
You know.
Yeah,
but it's good. What? Oh.
I feel like they've definitely done like these like. A lot more side stories in the season 2, and it gives everybody like a little
character
more like
development. They focused on
yeah.
It's done so.
Especially like that fucking cousin just completely flipping after he goes to work at that restaurant for like a week.
Yeah. Well, what threw me off is season 2 when the this is really a spoiler, but the dessert chef goes to Copenhagen or whatever, and the guy he's learning from is the dude from We're the Millers, the young dumb kid.
Is that him?
Yes, dude. I was like, what? I can only see him as We Were the Millers kid.
You guys are getting...
and I'm like, he has an accent. And he's like,
you're getting paid.
I'm like,
I didn't. He's British.
Yeah, that was the other thing that threw me off.
I didn't know that was him.
I think it's the same kid. It looks identical. It's got to be the same kid. And I was just like, what the fuck?
He's in that fucking Runner movie, or the Runner series. What is it? Maze Runner or whatever?
Maze Runner. All right, I got to look this up now. But the Bear Fox, dude. I mean,
now I'm looking at it because I didn't even know if that's him from We're the Millers. It's so fucking Will Poulter.
It's
Poulter.
Right, that's his name. Let me Google him. That's got to be him.
Yeah. He's in the Chronicles of Narnia too. He's in We're the Millers.
See what I'm saying? And I was just like,
he's got all these like serious kind of movies, like drama movies, and then fucking We're the Millers.
Why do you have an accent? And why are you being serious? Completely just.
Oh, that's so funny.
Completely screwed me up, and I was because that's out of all the movies he's been in. Now that I see he's been in all these, I was like, that's what I remember him from was We're the Millers, because he played such a great goofball, like just clueless character. And then I see him and I go, why is this dude have an accent?
You guys are getting paid.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, what is it? Why is this dude a pastry chef in Copenhagen? Yeah. But I mean, that just explains how good he is at acting to me is, what was he in Guardians of the Galaxy? Adam Warlock. What the fuck? Who was Adam Warlock? It must have just been like a sub background role.
He was.
Because I don't remember.
I think he was in the first one, right? He was a pilot. I think he was a pilot.
Well, he was in the first one. It shows him. He's going to be in the Volume 3 one that's supposed to come out.
It's already out on Disney Plus.
Is it? Oh shit! I gotta watch it. I didn't know that. He's in that one too. I don't
haven't watched it yet, but I saw it. It's on there.
Either Miller. So I was watching the bear and he pops up. I go, who? That's one of those you just don't expect. That threw me off.
Gets bit in the dick by that spider, dude.
Oh fuck! God, that's right. See, it's like you go watch We're the Millers, then go see him in the bear. You're like, whoa, dude, you have some serious.
That guy's got range. He's got range, man.
That's some serious range.
He's great.
Quite impressive to me.
Oh my god,
fuck, dude. But yeah, the bear is just
definitely,
man. I loved it.
All right, fucking, we gotta reel this back to rugby.
So, in the bear, they don't talk about rugby ever.
Oh, and
now
they
nothing
don't.
to do with rugby.
They should. That'd be awesome if in the next season they do a shout out to the Chicago Glizzies.
They do catering for the Glizzies. Yeah, back to rugby. It wouldn't be a Two Guys One Pitch podcast without some kind of rant that has nothing to do about rugby.
Yeah, we definitely got sidetracked there with TV shows. Yeah, we talked Sevens, we talked MLR Draft, fucking Atlanta moving to shit LA. US
rugby. That's what I was going to say earlier. All right, back to
upcoming.
Rugby. So I want to do this year. I want to start doing this. So we keep track of the names that was drafted, and then throughout the season, like beginning, mid, end, see how many of those players got caps and how much got playing time, starting time. And I want to start to see if MLR is going to have a trend everywhere where they draft these people, but start the international people. You know what I mean? Like somebody who's not, like, are we actually utilizing the draft guys? Or is this just a show?
The draftees?
So
I think the people who got drafted that are going to play are the guys who got drafted to Dallas, Miami, and Chicago. Those are the three teams I see using their drafts.
Nova drafted
their draft picks.
13. San Diego had 2. We had 2. But I just want to see, because in essence, they only have 2 rounds?
Nope.
Was it 2 rounds? 3 rounds.
3. It's 3 rounds.
Like maybe not the last round guys.
3 rounds of 12, I think.
Should at least have. I'm just curious because I just want to start it. Like I understand because NFL has 8 rounds, right? You don't see hardly anybody from 3 on. But imagine if the NFL had the first 2 rounds and you never saw these people hardly played. You go, what are we doing the draft for? Like if you want to grow the sport, you have to actually utilize the people you're drafting. So I just, going forward for our season 2 podcast is throughout this season, let's revisit some of these, keep an eye on some of these names and these draft picks to see who actually.
I mean, we got a local. We got a local now.
Yeah, I mean,
Oren Bizer.
When we say local, we mean Texas. When I say local, because last year we had a local.
Texas,
Texas, even up north.
I mean, he was born in Texas, but he didn't play in Texas.
Amazing. So so obviously our player to watch this season for us personally is, let's see if Oren Bizer. Well, and the SaberCats got a new president, so JT was out. They brought in a new guy, so
yeah, that's right.
We'll see what happens with that if he, we'll see how that affects the team and going forward. But Oren Beiser, now he did go to the Woodlands, but with that name, I feel like his parents are expats that maybe came from another country. I'm gonna look him up. Not that I'm against it. I mean, he's raised here, so I'm all, for it. But I'm just curious because looking at the name, I go, that name does not seem.
Oren.
Yeah, that's not your typical.
Not a common
name. It just
name.
says hometown, the Woodlands. Okay, so. Interesting.
Hometown, the Woodlands.
He put on some weight over there. Not weight, but so sophomore at Life, he was 6'2", 195, and then as a senior, he was 213. So put on almost 20 pounds of muscle, man. Good for him.
Well, he's not on Facebook.
I don't think young kids do Facebook.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fucking Instagram's like a thirst trap. You go on that search and it's just like boobies and rugby. Maybe that's just my search.
I've tested out that theory.
Fuck.
Because even on the Refined Ruggers and the Two Guys One Pitch Instagram, like I just post rugby. I mean, that's all I'm like never deviate. Not that even much on my own personal one, but if I see whatever, I'm gonna click on it. But it still gives me all that. I'm like, I go to like the real stuff or search to like try to find stuff to send a friend request or whatever. And it's just nothing but tits and ass. So it's not even. It's just. I think probably because Instagram pays these people, these models and stuff to drive, sales, ad sales and everything. So they're going to send you to it.
I didn't know it was Easter.
Is that Sniper Wolf? What is that? She's a Playboy bunny.
Something.
Max Schumacher.
God damn.
Anton Vieira.
All right.
So
I just friend requested him
nice
on Instagram.
So we drafted a fly half, a flanker, and a flanker. 2 blindside flankers.
Oh, a little competition.
Well, we lost a flanker, so
we're gonna make him battle it out.
So obviously we needed a replacement.
Yeah, I did not know that. Danny Barrett retiring. Also, have not been like paying attention. So that's on me.
Had a hell of a career, so fair.
Are they staying in Texas or are they moving?
Imagine they stay here. I think his family, parents live here too. I think. Okay. I could be wrong, but
I wonder if he's going to coach.
Somebody that has that decorative of a career isn't going to stay away from rugby. You can guarantee that. So whether didn't he take on a role within USA Rugby, right?
Oh,
I think let me look.
That I'm not sure.
He took on a role within USA.
But if he doesn't, what I think, and we talked about this last night, would be awesome is to see him head a Texas men's all-star team.
It would be cool, but I don't think he wants to travel anymore. But it would be sweet.
Fair. Yeah.
I mean, pretty good dude to have in your corner for that.
Look, if he doesn't want, I mean, we can name the team after him.
He was named, here we go.
The Danny Barretts.
The Barretts, and it's a double play on words for the Barrett 50 cal and Danny Barrett. It's his face on the bullet coming out of a 50 cal. The Barretts.
Yeah, the Texas Barretts.
People in sevens, just like a 50 cal round.
Yeah, he did.
He's named the executive.
I mean, they're still playing his fucking highlights. They still play his highlights.
Executive director of Golden Eagles. So,
okay.
For their 7 support group. What's this?
I've been seeing this Golden Eagles pop up recently, and is this Like, did they change the name of the Eagles to the Golden Eagles?
Due to,
or now they're two sevens
the
teams.
Golden Showers to the Eagles due to backlash. After R. Kelly was locked up, they realized they had to. No, I don't know when they became.
They didn't want. They didn't want to be related. They didn't want the correlation there.
I don't know what the Golden Eagles. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Here's a little footnote at the bottom of this article. The Golden Eagles are a nonprofit organization that provides financial support to the program to cover the cost to compete on the World Series circuit. That's confusing.
So the Golden Eagles are just the money for the Eagles, pretty much. So the Golden Eagles, they're not a team.
I wonder if it's like the ex-players. If that's
what they call the funds.
Alumni group is the Golden Eagles. I don't know.
Okay.
It's confusing.
And they just go out and try to fundraise money.
I think he's whatever they do, he's the executive director. So that's what he's doing now. Now that doesn't mean he's not going to coach.
It sounds confusing.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Sabercats make him the forwards coach. I don't know who our forwards coach is. That's what he's doing now.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I meant to do today. I need to find a good picture of Jonah Lemieux for our T-shirt idea that we're not going to reveal yet.
Just know, listeners, that there's a T-shirt idea out there. There was it's for the backs, and you know what?
Certain one.
Somewhere in this podcast, there was a little hint to the shirt. So if you're listening,
I did say it.
You can go back and listen to it. But Clay's definitely dropped it before.
That's right.
So
it's coming. It's coming. And then, I mean, mostly for those wingers out there, a little love our way, because we get shitted on a lot.
Little back
love.
Little Kim Kardashian love.
Did you see that blooper from Andy Dwyer from Parks? He goes, he goes, well, I remember. I think she could come on her back. I laughed so hard at a blooper.
She'll come on her back.
Andy Dwyer's the most. Oh. Talk about a versatile actor.
So great. Oh, yeah.
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Not Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. All right. Well, I think that's it, man. That's all we got.
Season 2, episode 1.
Sorry for being away for a month. Season 2, episode 1. We're fucking back, bitches.
He's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back?
Oh, yeah. All right. So we'll see some of you guys on Saturday. Fucking stop by, say what's up. We'll have some swag and some things for sale. And then, if not, we'll see you cocksuckers next week.
Pendejo. Correro.